Can't think of a better way to pass a Thursday evening than to sit across from my good friend, Dr. Don Wayne, ensconced there in stately Wayne Manor in parts unknown, in the ranting room, don't you know, with his Christmas tree, one of his many Christmas trees that he has in every corner of his house. Behind him, the room of the magic windows. And we just sit back and we have a nice cold beverage or two, and we talk about the latest goings on in professional wrestling. What say you, Don Wayne?
Thank you, Denisha, for the $1.99. How are you doing, dear? We are here to talk some wrestling.
Some wrestling.
And some news and notes, and there's all kinds of stuff going on in each company, but only one has the penis eater, and we're going to talk about that later. Of all the things I thought I'd have uttered in wrestling in my lifetime, penis eating was not among those. I just didn't have it in me.
Well, it's not really eating if you don't swallow it.
Well, bro, he's a nibbler. He's a cockmonger.
The nibbler, the cockmonger. Here we go. We're going right down this road.
AEW's viewership last week dipped back below 500,000, so they're back on course, just so you know.
They're back on course for failure. What about Collision?
That was like 267 I saw.
I think that dipped down 20,000 from the previous Saturday.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
And a lot's happened between now and last week.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix seemed to be the lone source buyer on this whole AEW shit show. And out of nowhere, the Paramount Network has decided we would like to try again.
Hold my beer.
Apparently are coming in with an insane bid of like $120 billion.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's insane what they're offering. And they don't just want Warner Brothers Discovery. I mean, they don't just want Warner Brothers movies and shows and rights. They want the whole damn shooting match, which would be in the best interest of AEW.
Right, because Netflix did not want any of the cable channels at all. They didn't want any of the cable networks whatsoever. No Discovery, no Home and Garden TV, no TBS, TNT, True TV. They didn't want anything like that. But Paramount wants to absorb all that. They'll take on all that debt.
Which is crazy to me.
Yes.
So I don't know where this is going to go. I know which way AEW fans should be rooting, because if Netflix gets their way, your show's dead. It just is. There's no way they can survive in a cost-cutting measure that they'll have to take. Because now all those shows, like we said last week, that TBS and TNT gets for free from Warner Brothers, now they got to pay for all those rights. Now they got to pay to stream those shows. Now they got to pay to have those on their channels. So it's a really interesting time if you're Tony Khan. If you play this right, you might stick around for a few more years. Unless you keep letting people go mongering.
We'll get to that later on. But I think that if Netflix does come in, actually, if they are allowed to purchase all this and leave the TV stations alone, then all the debt that Warner Brothers Discovery has will be transferred over to the TV stations, the TV side of it. They've already said that. The TV side will be responsible for making up all that debt, paying it all back, erasing it off the ledgers. The only way to do that is to cut contracts.
Right, and cut costs.
And I would think it will all go to reality-based television. It's cheap to produce. And there's no rights fees.
They made a fortune on it before.
They made a fortune just doing Discovery. The Discovery Network was all reality-based television. And that's how they became so big. They became a juggernaut that way. And they'll do it again. They'll do it again.
With the most insane bullshit going on that channel, it was always, hi, my name's Pat, and I am her husband, Waldo, and we are looking for a lakefront home in the neighborhood of $600,000. I'm a school teacher, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. What? What? Wait, hold on. How the hell are you looking for $600,000 on that income? What am I doing wrong in life?
It's unbelievable.
Wild.
Unbelievable. Wild. Very wild. I wouldn't be surprised if Paramount is allowed to purchase this whole conglomeration. Then you'll see Paramount Television. They'll probably change the name. It won't be the T in TNT, and the T in TBS stands for Turner, who's long gone. That guy's been long gone. They will rebrand both of those networks.
You think so?
I think so. Paramount and Paramount whatever. Paramount
already has
Sports.
a channel.
It's a streaming service.
No, they've actually got a channel.
There's a cable channel that says Paramount.
Yep. There's a Paramount cable channel. Yep.
Unbelievable. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, thank you all for watching. I hope you like and subscribe this show. We try hard to help everybody be included. You got something to say? You want a super chat? Come on in. We got something for you. I got something for you. John Cena came out this week in an interview and said he's been planning this retirement since 2022.
He's been doing a lot of interviews. He just did an hour and a half, I think, with Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah.
Is this where you got this info from?
I think that's where it came from. I can't remember what the source was. But that's all I got was a headline was for 2 years, he was planning this. That's all I got. I can't imagine he had The Rock in the back of his mind as coming and saying he wants his soul. Like, I'm sure that wasn't part of the deal.
The Rock, Travis Scott, 6-man main event of Money in the Bank, which never came. Never happened. Did you hear about that?
No.
Why Travis Scott's no longer involved in WWE? You hear what happened?
No.
He stopped showing up.
Oh, imagine that.
He just never showed up again. That was it.
I'm not surprised.
He went to the Performance Center. He did a few drills and never came back. And that was it.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do this. That's going to hurt. I don't want to do it anymore.
And it was going to be The Rock and it was going to be Logan Paul, Travis Scott, and John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I think Roman Reigns is somebody else. And that was going to be the main event of Money in the Bank for that year. It never happened.
So we got the chats in here helping us out here. We got somebody saying the Paramount Network used to be TNN and Spike TV. So that's what they've changed it to, is the Paramount Network. I did not know that. Thank you for that.
Oh, the Paramount cable channel. Yes, it's the one that's got what is that show? Bar Rescue. Bar Rescue. Mark K7731 with a 5-spot. Anthony circumcision of surprise Jack Perry. Then look at the hard cam and say, real shrimp tempura. Cry me a river of sake. You're an evil man, Mark. An evil man. Hilarious.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Cry me a river. I bit your penis. Cry me a river. I can't believe this shit was on my television last night. Speaking of on television, John Cena's farewell.
They're family friendly, Don. They're family friendly over there at
AEW. Don't get me started. Don't. Please don't go down this rabbit hole. That shit's already made me so mad today. John Cena's last match is Saturday. It is the
Saturday night's main event.
Saturday night main event
on Peacock.
I just want to make sure that we, as wrestling fans, understand how big of a moment this is going to be, because I don't think John Cena is like Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan or some of these, or Terry Funks of the world, where this is my retirement match, and then they come back and they have another retirement match. I don't think John Cena is like that. I think he's too calculated and he's thought this out for too long. I think this is the last time you see John Cena perform as a wrestler in the ring. I honest to God, truly believe that. And I can't tell you I can't tell you the last time or the last match I saw of Hulk Hogan's, and I knew that was the last match because I didn't. Same thing with Macho Man. I didn't know that was the last match of the Macho Man. It just sort of turned out to be that's the last match he's going to have. So this is a little bit different for me as a wrestling fan, because I know this is the end. I know this is all that she's going to write. There ain't going to be another match. And it's reflective to think the guy was around for 20 years on top of the game, on top of it all.
Right.
And he's walking out the biggest star they've had in the professional wrestling industry for the last 20 years. Not even close. No one's even remotely close. And don't come at me with the bullshit on the tribal chief. He's not in that ballpark yet. He's got another decade to go, and he's not going to make it there.
He's not going to make it. Probably another 5 years, and he's done. He'll be in the movies. He's already branching out in the movies now. So, Zootopia. The movie's in Zootopia too. Him and Punk are in that. That movie's pegged to hit $1 billion. That's how popular it is.
I'm glad that we're going to get this opportunity to have a good. I hope we have a good match Saturday. I hope nobody gets hurt. You've got to think Cena's not going to go into this thing looking to get the shit beat out of him, because he's probably got a movie he's got to start filming in January.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Does he go out on top, or does he do the tried and true tradition of going out looking at the lights?
I think he's going out looking at the lights.
I think so too. Have you heard the rumor Have you heard the rumor that's been put out there? Something that he supposedly said backstage. That the way he wants his show to go. He wants Gunther and himself to be the opening match on Saturday night's main event. He wants Obafemi and Cody Rhodes. That's going to be the match there. He wants those two guys to main event the show.
That's not happening. I'm sorry.
That's not happening. I can't see that happening either, but that's the rumor. As soon as I opened Twitter this morning, that's the rumor that's being purported up and down Twitter. And I don't buy it, but it could be. It could be. If that's the way John wants it. It could be, but you never know.
I'm not saying this is the last time you'll ever see John Cena in a WWE ring. He'll probably do something here and there to promote movies.
Right.
Do some crossover stuff, but you're not going to see him active anymore. And he's really been gone from this thing since 2018 is when he really left. Like he was part-time starting then. And the last 3 years now, he's almost exclusively gone. He would show up for the last Mania and then he would disappear again.
Right.
So
right.
I'm going to enjoy this. I'm taking Gunther. I watched Raw this week. Want to make sure I put that out there.
Raw was I enjoyed Raw. I enjoyed Raw the second week in a row. That it was firing on all cylinders. I like the interaction with Mysterio, Logan Paul.
Yes.
I like the closing moments with LA Knight getting tsunami through the roof of that car. And they're burying LA Knight. Have you heard they're burying him? They're burying LA Knight. Can't believe they're booking him this way. Triple fraud is the shits. He wouldn't be in a main event angle with the biggest heel faction that they've got if he was being buried. Okay? He's with the upper card main eventers right now. LA Knight is. They know the reaction he gets live. They know all the merchandise he sells. And they're not shitting all over LA Knight. The internet is all twisted up. And I read an article today that said the WWE management can't believe all the outrage online about his booking when he's being elevated. You can be elevated by losing if you're up against main event players. You're getting the rub, as they say. So I don't see a problem with that. Braun breaker.
Hold on. I want to go through this a little bit of a more orderly form here because you jumped to the end of the line and you're like, hey, by the way, here's how shit went down.
This is Squared Circle Maniacs podcast, pal. There's no orderly form here.
There is
disorder in the court. Disorder in the court.
I want to talk about how Gunther opened the show like a badass.
He says he's going to break him down.
He said he's going to make John Cena do something he said he never would do. I'm going to make you quit. I thought that was a brilliant line. I thought he opened this show and led it down a path of greatness. I said, it's going to be a good show because you can't start this way. And by the way, I'm hearing from Patriarch of Patriot is saying that they did not get the global top 10 again this week, but I know they were in the American top 10 for almost all week. Stranger Things has released. Netflix has released a lot of shows. It's getting a little bit crazy on Netflix right now, so I can understand. Stranger Things has hundreds of millions of hours streamed so far, so I get it.
That's a big thing on
it's huge
streaming right now. It's huge.
Yeah. People
who didn't see the last two seasons are getting caught up on all that. I know my wife, Mrs. Bottles, is, and before she watches the latest season, and the end of that's going to be December 31st, New Year's Eve. It's going to be the last episode of Stranger Things ever.
So that I will be watching that the next day. So here we go. Io Sky versus Kairi Sane. That wasn't too bad. That was the match. Logan Paul attacking Rey Mysterio was brilliant. Yes. I like Rey Mysterio growing that beard underneath the mask again. I do like that look. I don't know if you've noticed it or not. Let me see what else we had in here. World Tag Team match, the AJ Styles Dragon Lee match. I thought that was highly entertaining. I thought that was good.
That poor bastard trying to get Ivar up on his shoulders 3 times.
I know, dude. I was feeling for that guy.
God, like, dude, why would he do that?
Once it failed the second time, just get the hell out of here, man.
Yes, he was determined.
Yeah. Stephanie Vaquer promo, I thought that was good. I enjoyed her. I don't know what it is about her, dude, but everything about her says female top draw. It just does.
It does.
And the way she throws up the one finger, the look that she has, everything about her says I'm the bomb.
That's called charisma. And she can hardly speak English that well, but charisma. And I like the fact that Nikki Bella, we got about 30 seconds of Nikki Bella?
Yeah.
And then she
But
was
it
just
wasn't
knocked
terrible.
out. Gonzo clobbered her, and Gonzo's the next challenger.
Now, you want to talk about the Braun Breaker shit. So let's talk about the Braun Breaker shit. He said he was going to take CM Punk's wife at the end of this thing.
His whole wife.
His whole wife.
Shout out to Matza Balls from Twitter. His whole wife.
I'm going to take your whole wife.
That's
Braun Breaker.
an inside joke we have. Don ran afoul of somebody on Twitter one time. The guy
Idiots.
said, called his whole wife. Yes.
Anyway, the promos Braun Breaker's cutting.
Mm-hmm.
They're just great, man. I buy everything he's doing. He sounds like a tough guy. He looks like he is a tough guy. He's a freaking Breaker kid.
He's a Steiner. He sounds like his Uncle Scotty. But more,
and he wrestles like Rick.
He wrestles like Rick. He talks like his Uncle Scotty, but with a little more eloquent. And yeah.
Mark gave us a 5 spot earlier. I'm gonna put this up here.
They had a 33 and a third of Punk's wife. His whole wife.
That's
whole
freaking great, dude. So that's another part of it. So I like that. The other part that's getting everybody's attention is this mask guy coming into the ring because he was here again.
Yes. In
He
the
had
Rey
a couple
Mysterio
of
segment.
spots.
Now,
Had a couple of spots.
let me ask you this question. Did he look like he had the same body type as the guy from Survivor Series? Nope. He looked different.
They're using different people. They're using different people so nobody knows who's going to be revealed in the end, which I think is absolutely great. And what if they're doing it on purpose to say there's 2 guys, not just one?
You took the words right out of my mouth. It could be 2 guys that are going to join division. Because Logan Paul's not going to be there around, every day.
No,
every
he's
week.
not going to be there. Yeah, I mean, he's got his own career going on.
Exactly. So the armchair detectives online, first they said it was Austin Theory at Survivor Series. Very well could have been. Now, this guy who came out Monday, the theory there is, no pun intended, Montez Ford from the Street
Well, he had
Profits.
the exact same build as Montez Ford. I'll say that much. He was much taller and much leaner. So I
Now,
will
what
believe
if-
that one as well.
What if the guy who was at Survivor Series was Angelo Dawkins, Montez's tag team partner?
I could have believed that as well because I said he's jacked, whoever that guy is under that mask. Was
Yes.
very jacked.
Yes, big guy.
I said if it was Austin Theory, he'd gotten a lot bigger.
What if the Street Profits are joining the Vision? That would be amazing.
That would be pretty cool. At
That
least
would
they
be
get
pretty
the
cool.
push they finally deserve.
Yeah.
So that got my attention. I'll make sure we covered that real quick. I like where that's going. The January 5th, or was it the January 5th? Yes, the January 5th show of Netflix, Raw. It's going to be must-see TV if you're a wrestling fan.
Yes.
Because that's setting up to be huge. And I got to ask you, do you think Punk is going to drop the belt already?
Drop the belt to Breaker and then have a rematch.
I don't
Have
know.
him chase Breaker to WrestleMania. Seth Rollins in an interview recently, he said that the plan is to come back in April. That's the plan.
Well, that's too late for WrestleMania.
WrestleMania is in April.
It's too late to build to that, is what I'm saying.
It's very
You have to start building in January.
Right. Very. It's way too late for that.
And you're not
So,
sure he's going to be completely healthy by then. So you've got to really build this around knowing if he's going to be there or not. And these are tricky, especially at that age. They're not the same, pal.
Well, how would he come back? Come back as a face? Come back as a heel? His heel group turned on him. His heel group turned on him.
He'd be a face. He'd absolutely be a face.
He'd have to be.
Right. And I don't want that.
No,
I just don't. No.
he's
I
not
think
good
he's
as a
better off
face.
as a
He's good
heel.
as a heel. Yeah.
I think he's better. I think he's better off as a heel. I like for him to lose that entire gimmick he was doing for the past year, though. I don't know. My wife loved it. I couldn't stand it. That's just me, though.
The crazy dresser.
Yeah, the crazy dressing weirdo, the
Laughter.
revolutionary, the disciplinary, the weirdo Larry. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of that. So
Yes.
also there's news on MJF. I gotta ask them, do you realize MJF has not been on television since September?
That long.
It's been that long.
Well, they don't need him, Don. They're doing great in the ratings. Everything's great. They're doing fantastic. They're closing the gap with the WWE. Don't you know? You haven't heard that?
I've heard that. I've also actually looked at the numbers myself, and I can tell you that they're not. He's not coming back until World's End. Apparently, there's plans for him, but he's apparently just going to do like a run-in. Like, he's not even part of the buildup. He's been gone since September, and his quote was, "I want to balance my movie screen time and my wrestling time." Bro, you ain't balancing shit. You got the hell out of there, and you're not looking back.
Can you blame him?
No, not at all.
Can you blame him? And guess what now? Jack Perry is claiming to be hurt from that.
No,
match
I'm going to get
last
to
night.
that. I've got this.
Okay.
I've got an update on
You got that? You heard that? Okay.
Okay. I've got an update on that. I was going to talk about it because I was
So
like,
he's
nope,
smart.
not buying it.
He's smart. He's smart.
An idiot.
I'm hurt. I can't go when I'm hurt.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you talked about LA Ignite earlier. The report is that the people inside of WWE is confused on why the outrage of the LA Knight fans is happening.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Like, why?
They can't,
why are you
they can't get over it.
Yeah.
Right. They can't get over it.
So that sort of made me laugh. Randy Orton apparently is coming back next year. He's coming back in January.
Currently,
They
he's
understand
in Saudi Arabia right now.
Well, they understand his age, and they can't use him like they used to. And he's now becoming an official special attraction. They're not going to use him all the time anymore.
Right.
People keep asking, where the hell is he? Where the hell
He's
is
buried.
he? He was
They're burying
sidelined
him.
with it. Yeah, that's what it was.
They're burying him. That's the answer for everything. He's buried. They're all buried.
It really is.
He is appearing in Saudi Arabia at the opening of Mr. Beast World, some sort of amusement park emporium that Mr. Beast has put his name behind and some of his money behind back in Saudi Arabia. That's where Randy's going to be appearing, I think, this weekend or next week, I believe, as a special attraction out there. Then he's going to be coming back, making his way back to, you'll probably see him at the Royal Rumble.
I would guess he'll be a surprise entrant into the Royal Rumble. Come out there. Maybe he'll take the Kane spot where he eliminates a bunch of dudes, give him his moment, and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's just, look, he's an older guy, man. You can't work these guys like that at that age,
With
especially when he's jacked out of his mind, bigger than ever with a fuse back. It just doesn't work that way. Right. And I don't get why people don't understand that, dude. I mean, look at what's his name, Ocean Spray right now at AEW. Much younger guy, did it all kinds of stupid flips and jumps and bullshit. He's out for who knows how long now.
Ruined his neck. Second time he's ruined his neck.
You know, bruv, I just realized I might have fucked myself.
Yeah. I remember before he became real famous in the States, when he was in New Japan, he was crying in his car.
I did see that clip.
Because of how bad his neck was jacked up.
Right.
And he thought his career was over.
And maybe he should have taken a moment to think about it then and just step away.
A bit of a sabbatical.
Yeah. There is big news out of Italy. The WWE is finally going to Italy for a premium live event.
Really?
They've been clamoring for one. They said the frogs got one. The rotten teeth people get stuff. How come we can't get it? We have all the sexy cars. We have the sexy women. Why don't you come here?
The frogs got one. The rotten teeth people got one. Okay. All righty. A little shot across the pond to our friends over there. Here we go.
But they're apparently going to go there in May is what they're looking like. May 31st is what I've read. That's tentatively booked right now.
Brought to you by Papa John's.
Actually, got something on that. TNA for WWE and UFC have gotten a truck sponsorship officially, a vehicle sponsorship. Do you want to take a guess what it is?
A truck sponsorship. When you say truck sponsorship, you mean having an endorsement logo on the side of the WWE trucks. Is that what you mean?
Yep. No. I mean an actual truck that's going to be sponsored in the ring at their pay-per-views, all that stuff.
A truck like
just
a monster
like
truck?
Was. Nope, not a monster truck.
I don't understand what you're talking about. What kind of truck?
You drive a goddamn truck, Johnny Bottles. You drive
like an SUV, like a pickup truck. Like a pickup truck.
Drive to places. Hey, put shit in the bed of my truck. Okay.
Yeah.
Take a guess. I'll give you the best hint ever. They only make trucks.
Mac. I don't know. Ram. That's Dodge.
But they changed it. Now it's just Ram. The Dodge pickup line is just known as Ram now.
Okay. Well, the company does make cars.
Dodge makes cars. Ram does not.
That's owned by Dodge.
It's owned by Mopar.
The Chrysler Corporation.
Yes, but that's the difference. So that's what they're going with, which I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
What kind of news you got from me over there?
I got no news.
You got no news?
I got no news. We covered it all. Everything that I had, we covered. I wanted to play that clip. I wanted to play that clip from the John Cena lawsuit, the theme song lawsuit, but we can't do it because we'll get copyright stricken.
Yes.
So we can't do
that. Lawsuit's moving forward, but I don't think it's got a whole lot of wheels to stand on.
No, I played the clip for myself before we went on the air. And the opening horns of this man's song, recording from his album, are the opening horns from the John Cena theme song. How do we
know that wasn't from another song from somebody else down the line? There's it's been proven over and over again. There's 5 chords to every pop song that gets big. And what's his name? I think it was the English guy who had a lawsuit about it. And he actually filed a lawsuit because he tried to get sued and said, you can change this up with any major song and it sounds the same. And he won. He won the lawsuit when he got sued for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember what the hell the guy's name was. By the way, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notifications button. Super chat's open.
Give us
Bottles,
a thumbs
we put
up,
it off
please.
as long as
Give
we
us
can.
a thumbs up. Actually, the thumbs up is more valuable now on YouTube than the notifications.
Imagine that.
It moves us up in the recommended spot. Hit the like button. Yes.
Last night, Dynamite was from a building in Atlanta that held 5,000 people. They had distributed 2,879 tickets at this show.
They are closing the gap.
It's not good, Bottles. Now, it didn't look bad. I'm glad that they actually are going to these smaller venues again because it does help immensely with their programming and their television viewership or the TV product itself and how it appears. But it ain't great, pal. And this thing started off. It started off with the title belts on the line for the women's tag team championship. Toni Storm and Tits McGee, who are now the Timeless Love Bomb, versus the Babes of Wrath, which are Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron.
Yes.
And Harley's asshole was trying to eat her bottoms. That thing was up there up there, dude. That thing was getting eaten. So don't get on me when don't get on me, you neckbeards, you weirdos, when guys make comments about the skimpy outfits they wear when they wear shit like dental floss to the ring, and you're wondering why they're getting catcalled. Shut up.
Right.
If you don't dress like a harlot, you won't get treated like a harlot.
You say Harley or harlot?
I said harlot.
Gotcha. Hoa.
Anyway, this dude, Harley Cameron, she's worked on some stuff, but she still can't work. And these two girls had did you see the spot where they each grabbed each other's hair and you couldn't see who took what move? And they both just sort of rolled out and tagged out?
Yes. Did you see the go behind that she tried to do to Tits McGee? It was horrible. It was in slow motion. I'm thinking, who couldn't have escaped that go behind? It took her forever to do it. Like a blindfolded baby deer trying to move around the ring.
It just fell apart, pal. It just fell apart so fast. And then Willow and Toni Storm start trading those sloppy ass forearm shots like the men. Why has sloppy forearm exchanges invaded the wrestling mindset? It looks like shit. No one likes it. I don't understand this, man. I really don't.
4 letters, Don. NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling. They do it over there every single match. And that's the kind of stuff that Tony likes. That's where it's carried over. The Japanese guys get imported over here. They start doing it. And the girls want to do it too. I've seen the Tickler and Anna Jay do it a couple of weeks ago. So
I've got to ask you something. Has Japanese wrestling ever taken off in America?
No, absolutely not.
will it ever take off in America?
It takes off in America like I'd say once every day in Dave Meltzer's basement while he's got his tarp stretched out.
Easy, cowboy.
It takes off down there, pal. A 65-year-old man pulling his pudding to New Japan forearms back and forth. Did you notice Titty Scent was walking silicone Titty Scent through every spot? Yes.
Yes, she was. I did notice that. It was
yes, she was.
Painfully bad on how, like I said, Harley's gotten better, but she's got a long way to go, pal.
And Tits McGee did that one move to her. I'm trying to read. Did she drop her face first on her knees and busted her mouth open? Is that how she got the mouth busted open?
End.
Yeah,
I think that was near the end. Yeah.
I said, man,
but they had a titty off halfway through this thing. At the beginning, I should say, where they were chest to chest, just bumping each other.
Yes, they know what the boys like. They know what the greasy-haired, orange-fingered basement goblins like.
I looked over at my wife. I said, "Look at this. They're having a titty off." She was like, "What?" Yes, they are. Okay.
But well, you know what?
Then she went to bed.
I felt good about Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale's a star, dude, with the promos and all that. And
I do like Willow.
Yeah, I do like Willow too. Harley Cameron has been abused by this company for the longest time.
Right.
It's good to see her win a belt. Even though it's a tag team belt, of course. It's good to see her win a belt. Toni Storm is just coasting right now. She was the workhorse of the women's division for like 2 years, carrying that belt. Yeah. And doing that gimmick. And it's good to see her take a break and just be on the back burner here and there. And Mina Shirakawa, Tits McGee. What do you say about her?
Everyone knows why she's here. Just use her as is.
Yeah, she's here to make American money more than when she was making in Stardom over in Japan, and the exclusive women's promotion over there. And she knows what the sex sells, pal. She's shaking those things for the American orange-fingered American boys.
Bitch, and let me see what you got.
That's it.
That's what she should come out to. Thanks again, Mark. We appreciate you, brother. This is what I noticed. Aubrey Edwards is trotting her ass off, and it's way noticeable and horrible.
Have you seen her during that match where she looked up at the big screen above the stage and saw that she was on camera? Because what the viewer sees on their TV, they have up on the big screen.
Right, yeah.
So she saw that she was on camera. So she's like, what is all this? What is she trying to do? Is it some kind of like spell she's trying to put over somebody when she goes like this? What is that all about?
It looks like she's trying to do Mortal Kombat moves.
It does, like she's Sub-Zero.
Get over here! It's fucking awful, pal.
She is every time one of those girls took a forearm shot, she went like this. Watch.
Yeah, I know. Why does she do that?
Because she wants to be the center of attention.
She clearly does. And she's in here later in my notes, so she couldn't help herself last night. It was a full-on horse trot all around the parking lot, into the ring and around again. They got a four-way spot with the worst. I don't even know how to describe it. It was a figure four where all four girls were in the ring, and it was just the worst shit ever. One would roll the other one over, then they'd roll the other one over. I can't describe it. It was indescribably bad. Like literally
very bad.
They would each just run in and turn their other girl over. So it just was.
It was terrible. But
in the end, Willow and Harley won this turn to box of a match. They're the new champions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Renee Baguette interviews them. The music starts for the second time. Renee Baguette interviews them. Then comes Toni Storm and Tits McGee. And they decide they're going to shake their hand. And then the music starts for a third time. The music played 3 times within 2 minutes. And it was very noticeable. Who's doing the cues in the back for the music, man?
I'm telling you right now, there's a girl named Sarah Stock. She used to be an agent there at AEW. She's been releasing a lot of tweets about what goes on behind the scenes. There are no production meetings. There are no production meetings. They have no clue as to what they're going to do until maybe about a half hour before that show starts. So you've got people scrambling around backstage, getting music ready, doing this and doing that. And that poor music guy just probably hit it, didn't know he didn't have a script or a format, saying, okay, well, interview and then play the music, or interview, and then the girls are going to shake hands and then play the music. He has no idea.
3 times within 2.5 minutes, that music
Right.
was queued up.
Right.
At least they got the pyro right. Holy shit.
He got his finger on the button, pal. He's ready to roll.
Oh, God. Cat's at it again. Samoa Joe promo, which isn't bad, but Aquanet in the background, it looks totally out of place in this whole thing. He just looks completely out of place. He just
Aquanet,
does.
Sideshow Bob. That's what he's the new Danhausen. He just stands in the background with his mouth shut. Glenn Taylor, 1834, the 20 spot. Thank you, Glenn. God bless you. Edwards was taking up the focus of the show. Tony has to put his foot down, but not going to happen. Of course not. It's been going on for years, dude. He's not going to put his foot down. He probably sees nothing wrong with that. If I owned that company, I'd make her a wrestler and have her job out every week. I'd have her training.
She clearly
somewhere.
wants to be a performer.
Right.
She clearly does. The
Exactly.
best referees are the ones that you don't notice until the end of the match. Those are the best referees. Last night, she was in every frame she could get in, trotting, telling, using her Sub-Zero shit. She was doing it all night in every match she
Twitching,
was in.
trotting, Sub-Zeroing, cantering. It was just somebody should just run up and put a feed bag around that face, that yap.
And I'm not even bullshit you, dude. Do something with Aquanet besides put him with Samoa Joe. He looks utterly ridiculous in this group.
He does.
He looks completely out of place. There's 3 grown men and then
a high
this
school
clown.
kid. And a high school kid
and then
standing
this
behind him.
clown.
Yes. Right. Right. At least put
So
him,
then we-
you know where would be a good spot for him?
The curb. Fire him.
Besides that, if you're going to keep him, put
Taz
him in the
is
Death
gone.
Riders. Put him in the
Taz
Death
is
Riders.
gone. Taz is gone. Get rid of him.
Taz got all his joints replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz now. He's got like metal
You're gonna
shoulders and metal hips and knees and all kinds of shit.
It just sucked. And then we get John Moxley at a stairwell again.
Again.
Why is John Moxley always in stairwells, mad at everybody?
It looked like a meeting of the Breakfast Club on the
was-
stairwell.
no.
That's what it looked like. It was horrible.
It was desperately bad.
Then all of a sudden-
wait, hold on. I'm going to get there. We
You're gonna
got
get
John
exactly what it-
Moxley. You got John Moxley in the stairwell with a hobo and Footloose with Daniel Garcia sitting over there next to him with a hoodie, and then takes the hoodie off at the very end. And out of fucking nowhere, Daniel Garcia decides I'm the tough guy of the group and I'm going to say something. And it didn't even make any sense. He just got up and started talking.
Yeah.
Like John Moxley had barely finished a word, and he was like, I'm the man now. We win. We do things. We tough.
I'm the captain now.
This shit was horrible. The guy has the charisma of a slug.
He does. I've met squirrels in a park that have more on the ball than Daniel Garcia.
Yeah. I could get them to eat French fries out of my hand. I
Yes.
can't get this guy to have a good match,
Of
let
course
alone
not.
cut a promo.
Of course not. At least
What a
Moxley
motley-
did. Dude, at least Moxley didn't bleed in the stairway.
That's true. I thought he was going to do something.
He,
Why was Footloose?
he beating his head
Why?
against the wall while he's
Yes,
listening to
I really
Garcia's
did.
promo. Yes.
I was like, oh shit. Why was Footloose laying down in the stairwell? What was her purpose laying there?
I have no idea.
Did someone say, I would like for you to lay in the most uncomfortable looking position possible and just stay there? Perfect. No one lays on stairs like that.
No.
No one.
No. I guess she thought it looked cool. I don't know. With her dirty
It
feet.
it
With her
looked
filthy feet and her
dirty.
and her Frito corn chip colored toenails. Just
It's
sitting there. Footloose. I like that
Oh.
name for her. Footloose.
So then we get Jack Perry versus Okada, who is going to replace Captain Numbnuts, who hurt himself in this tournament.
Darby Allin. Yes.
And I
Darby
said,
Allin's
why are we
jacked up. He's jacked up.
I said, why? Yes, he is, and he may never wrestle again.
Yes.
I said, why are we getting Jack Perry? And then I looked at the notes that Tony Khan put out today, and it said, because fuck you. And I said, okay, that sounds about right.
Yes. They're closing the gap with Jack Perry.
They're really close. By the way, this marked officially now. I think it was Monday. Was CM Punk has officially now been in WWE longer than he was in AEW?
Mm-hmm.
Which run was better?
And, you know what? CM Punk's got a new movie coming out. Have you seen that?
No.
It's coming out like in a week. Night Patrol. He plays a cop. It's about a new cop that gets hired to a police force in this small town. And the homeless are disappearing from the small town. They're being fed to a cadre of vampires that are actually running the show.
No, they're not. They're
Yes,
just
they are.
ending up on AEW.
The homeless? Yes, they're in a stairwell with no shoes and black hoodies.
Why do I have to watch another Jack Perry match?
To see someone get their dick bit.
Well, that's what we're going to get to. So Okada, and I looked it up. He is the unified champion. And I looked up what the unified champion is. It unified the Continental Champion and the International Champion. What tournament are they having right now?
You were so pissed off about this last
week.
You were so goddamn mad last week about this.
What tournament are they in right now?
They're the Continental Classic right now.
What the fuck? So the Unified Championship means absolutely fuck all of nothing, that is what you're telling me. It means nothing.
It means nothing. What they should have done was they should have a guy. I mean, they should have Okada sit this out and finally have a number one contender for that belt or a conglomeration of belts and have that guy face Okada in the finals. And that's it.
I don't know what the point of this tournament is anymore, Bottles. If you have the champion already in the tournament, why are you having the tournament? But I agree with you. Have a tournament to decide the number one contender for that belt. But to say you're going to crown a new Continental Champion when the Unified Championship was supposed to be for those two belts, this is shit. This is horrible booking.
The rules of this tournament are based on New Japan Pro Wrestling's tournaments for points that they have over there. And that's what he loves. They've been doing it for years, decades.
That's fine. But if
this is what Tony Khan loves.
If you're going to tell me it's for a belt that's already being worn by somebody that was unified with another belt, what the fuck are we doing here?
Calm down, big boy. Your face is getting red. You're about to blow out your O-ring. Let's get some more alcohol in you and calm the fuck down, okay? Just relax.
I would like for someone to get this guy in a rubber room for 5 minutes to have him try to explain this Tony Khan, to explain this nonsensical, out of the way, stupid ass booking mindset that he has, where he's got somebody wearing a belt that already unified the belt they're in the tournament for. Make this make sense to me, Tony Khan, because it doesn't. And it ran in circles.
I'd sooner allow Tony Khan to explain to me how the moon controls the tides on Earth than have him try to explain to me the rules of this horseshit tournament that he's got going on right now.
I'm going to calm down now.
Good Lord.
Don Callis calls. Don Callis calls.
You smell hair burning?
No. John Callis calls Jack Perry a stud. I said, if this is where we are, this company, where Jack Perry's the stud, we have lost the plot entirely. Entirely.
I must have been reading my phone when he said that.
Aubrey Edwards is a mess once again. She is relentless with her reactions. She is relentless with her trotting. She is relentless with getting in every frame that she could possibly get in. This is what it really, I was like, she's just getting worse.
Position in the background while the two wrestlers are in the foreground, face to face. She runs right over and positions herself right between them. It's amazing. I will say one thing. She's got great camera
awareness.
Awareness. Yes. That's the word I was looking for.
I will say this. When she's moving her hands, it reminds me of a movie, and I can't remember what I saw, but a guy was like, what should I do with my hands in this interview? Should I have them here? Where should I put my hands? And the was like, just put them down at your side. They shouldn't be like this. Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Where he's like, where should I put my hands?
Yes.
I feel like my hand should be here. So yeah, this thing just went on and on. Okada bites Perry and gets him into a tombstone, to which Perry bites the penis of Okada. He bit his tallywhacker.
Right on the egg roll. Chomp, chomp.
And the announcers were cracking up about it. They were all laughing. This was
they actually woke up. They were asleep during the
really
women's
were.
tag the women's tag tournament finals. They were asleep for that. Then when this happened, they woke up right away.
Thanks again, Glenn. We appreciate you, brother.
Yes.
I don't. Why is this happening, man? And you wonder why you can't get more people to watch your product in this. You
Family
got
friendly.
tallywhacker biters, man.
Family friendly, pal.
And that's the other part. They always like to say, we're so family friendly. What?
That's why Edge told Christian on camera to go fuck himself on live TV several times, twice in one show. And then they're dropping the shit bomb, the F bomb, middle fingers from Okada every week, every time he's in the ring, middle fingers.
He did one here again this week.
And yes, and now he gets his schlong bitten right there on national television. Yeah. If you were Jack Perry, now think about this.
Dude.
Would you do that spot? Would you do that spot if you were Jack Perry?
No.
I think this is a form of punishment for Jack Perry. And did you see him get pushed off the top turnbuckle by Okada?
So, well, he looked back. I went back and watched this, right? So this was the story that came out, was that he was quote unquote hurt, right? He legitimately hurt his ankle. If you go back and watch, he was up top for a while waiting on that spot. When it happened, he dove off onto the guy that was supposed to catch him. I swear to God,
grip,
I watched
the camera grip.
Yeah, I watched it 10 times. He didn't hurt his ankle. He was legit looking for another way to get the hell off TV and get paid and not actually have to work.
Right.
And Tony Khan wasn't buying it this time. And I think they were going to send him to an X-ray and an MRI to have it looked at for real. He was like, actually, it's okay now. The word came out today. He's okay. He's fine now.
I blame the camera grip. He didn't have a good grip. I think he missed him completely. He just took it on his shoulder when the kid fell. He was supposed to catch him, but you know what? But you got to think about this. He is basically the scapegoat for the whole CM Punk thing, the impetus for that.
Well, you know what
they took him off TV. They took him off TV and threw him in Japan. He was in New Japan for like 6
months. You know what his nickname is now?
What's that?
The throat goat.
Oh my God, the throat goat.
If there are signs next week that say throat goat, I swear I'm a fallout. Because I damn sure have one if I was going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He got
dumped by his girlfriend, Anna Jay. That was his real life girlfriend. Yeah. She dumped him. He's got to see her every week when he comes to wrestling. And maybe he just doesn't want to do it anymore. Maybe he wants to take a vacation and be off and get paid.
I don't understand what line of work you can be in where the booker comes up to you and goes, so you're going to bite his penis at one point. Stop. No, I'm not. Think of something else because that ain't happening.
Right. But I think this is a punishment for Jack Perry. I like to see what's going to happen to him next time.
I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I would almost bet money this was his idea.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you.
Come on. Who in their right mind? Well, maybe Sonny Kiss.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to bring that up. Go ahead.
Okay. Don Callis gets in the ring and calls out his family, and they stand up Jack Perry. And Don offers him a position within the family. The crowd begins to chant, bite his dick.
Because that's the guy you want. If you need some muscle in your group, let's hire Jack Perry. Let's get Jack Perry in here. Well, we're getting our asses handed to us by the Elite and by these guys over here and the Death Riders. Let's get Jack Perry in this group. He's going to even the odds.
The crowd began to chant, bite his
dick. Of course.
This is going to follow him forever.
Forever. You bite one dick and you're a dick biter for life. Am I wrong? Was that wrong of me to say that? I'm just saying.
My God.
I'm just saying. Are we still on YouTube?
Oh.
Let me see. Yeah, we're still on the air. We're still on the air. Just want to make sure.
I
Good
cannot
Lord.
put myself in this.
By the way,
mindset.
folks, if we get banned from YouTube, this episode will be available on Spotify this weekend. Spotify. We've the last 5 shows we've done since we've been on Spotify. Him and I are off the air. The show's off the air. We're sitting around talking after the show. Jesus, God Almighty! I forgot to plug Spotify. And the whole time, there goes my light. The whole time I got a note that says plug Spotify. And I don't look at it. Plug Spotify.
These people.
But anyway, it will be up.
Bite his dick. I said, these people
Bite
are
his
weird,
dick.
man. Out comes Stegosaurus, and then the Bucks come in from behind and attack them. Wow, this is bad is all I wrote. And the Bucks get the bag of money just like that. I thought they were building to them getting the bag of money at the pay-per-view. Nope, they got a bag now. They got their money now.
Buddy, they don't know what they're doing.
They clearly don't.
They have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea how to book a show. They don't know what they're doing. And Stegosaurus, why? If that's his buddy, he's getting his ass handed to him. Why wouldn't you run into the ring with a chair? Dude,
you gotta come in there with something.
They pull chairs out from under the ring just to say hi. Why not just grab a fistful of chairs and run in? I'm coming out by myself. I'm a dinosaur. I don't know what chairs are. Where are the chairs?
I've got my gear on and my mask on, but I'm going to prepare. I'm not ready, actually.
If you're
and
wondering
by the way,
who
he gives the worst choke slams in history.
I was taking notes on this show last night until it got so bad. I said, why am I taking notes on this shit show? And my last note was, this guy's got the worst choke slam in professional wrestling. The worst. Horrible. And he's not a giant. He just towers over all the little guys that are in the he's a normal size wrestler. He just towers over everybody else. And
that tells you how small these guys are.
You do know that this guy was an NXT washout from like 10, 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. He got cut by those guys.
They said he couldn't take direction.
He couldn't take direction. He's an idiot. So,
Mark, I definitely didn't throw the bag away. They chase them all away, blah, blah, blah. We get the conglomeration celebrating with the Babes of Wrath backstage. Monet lost the belt, and they recap that where she loses her shit. Renee Baguette is with Duke the Dumpster Droese, who can cut promos.
Who do you call Duke the Dumpster Droese now? Oh, you're what's his name? Briscoe?
No.
Who?
I'll let you guess.
I'm trying to remember. Duke the Dumpster Droese.
You felt like him anyway.
Is this the oh God, who?
Chat, anybody got any ideas? I won't throw that one at you again then, because that's what I thought. This guy reminds me of Duke the Dumpster with his build. He could just cut a better promo. But he looks like shit. His gear looks like shit.
Eddie Kingston.
Yes.
Eddie Kingston. Well, Duke the Dumpster Droese, they were smart to put him in a full jumpsuit.
Winner, Mark. Winner. Yes.
A full jumpsuit. Yes. Jumpsuit. But what I want to know is, why was Renee Baguette at ringside doing commentary?
I don't know.
Did you see her like doing like a sideline NFL sideline reporter
shtick? I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what
Did you notice that this week? It was different. I guess because the sound was so bad backstage from week to week, they decided to have her ringside and speak. But she's talking to Excalibur and those guys, and they're probably right in front of her. Why would they just put her on commentary? I'd rather see her on commentary than Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone.
You know what?
God.
They should interview Tony Schiavone's hairpiece and see the stories that thing's got.
I see this week he had his glove box hairpiece on.
Yes, he did.
Pulled it out of the glove box and put it on. Oh, I forgot my one. I left my hair back at the house. Good thing I carry a spare.
Mark Briscoe comes out to interview with Tony and his hairpiece. Like I said, he tells the haters
his hairpiece. Oh, one of these days that the little microphone's going to come out of the hairpiece and just point it in front of people. The hairpiece will interview people.
Mark Briscoe says all the haters can kiss his big white ass. And then I swear this happened. A guy with lice just interrupted everything, walking to the ring. The lice man cometh to ruin the party with Footloose and Garcia, who I can't think of a good nickname with. I'm going to have to work on Danny Garcia's nickname because the lice man cometh and they broke this up. Yuta and Garcia. What a great combination, man. What a great combination.
The lice man cometh.
Footloose has to hold Garcia back after Briscoe slaps him in the face.
Because he's such a tough guy.
Yes. I'll think about it, John. I see you. That's pretty good. They cut backstage, and the Tickler and Statlander are getting into it. So I guess they're going to do something with the Tickler after all at World's End. They're going to have their big brouhaha, I guess.
The Tickler, yes. Tickler and Statlander. And they're beating up all these generic girls that are employed by AEW that are never on television.
Right.
They're never on TV. Because they won't give them a shot, but they're just beating the hell out of them backstage.
What's funny, though, is that as soon as Statlander got there, she just kicked the shit out of them and they ran.
Yes.
They ran away as fast as they could.
Right.
I thought that was
3-on-1. They could have taken her, but they all decided
they got the hell out of town. Yes.
Yes.
The Ops with Hobbs and Shibata is versus Page and Swerve. And Page has his same music. Swerve has new music. It's no longer I swerve when I drive. And I've got to ask you and the chat and everybody else and their mother this question that I have every time. Why does every professional wrestler that likes rap think they can have a rap career? Why? It's like a mindset of misery that they must inflict on the fans. I don't know what he's saying in this song. It sounded like shit. He's saying a million words a minute. I don't know what's going on. The catchy ass swerve when I drive is gone, and that's 95% of what got him over initially.
And
now
the dancing,
that's gone.
And the dancing by the Caribbean meat pie salesman.
It's just
that
Jesus,
guy,
dude.
Why would you get rid of the thing like you just said that got him over? The dancing, the song,
right? It's like the Macho Man not coming out to Pomp and Circumstance anymore,
right?
Or Ric Flair not coming out to Space Odyssey 2000, wherever the song was.
It's like Ric Flair coming out to Baby Shark. It's not the same. Not
just
the same at all.
Dumb as shit. This thing was terrible.
I don't know why they do that.
They end up fighting in the concession stand, and Paige gets into the ring, and the match officially starts. And the Ops just kick the shit out of Paige for like 8 minutes. Swerve is nowhere to be found.
The former champion of the world of the promotion. Hangman Adam Page got the shit kicked out of him.
Did I miss something where he almost died?
But he wants Hook. Page wants Hook.
This was horrible, Bottles.
Terrible.
And then Swerve finally gets in the ring. And I heard he gained some weight. And I was like, all right, I didn't see him last week because I obviously bailed before this whole thing went to shit. And I said, yeah, he's gained weight, but he's starting to look kind of WWF junkyard dog kind of gaining weight. That's not a good thing.
Was it a knee injury he was out with?
I don't know, but he was lifting them 12-ounce cans one at a time. I can tell you that.
Well, he's no Eddie Kingston, pal.
I'm not saying that, but I am saying like
he's not built like a bowling pin like Eddie Kingston.
He had bigger arms. He had a bigger chest. He also had a bigger gut. That's all I'm saying. So I was like, okay, let's lay off the Miller Lights. And
well, that could be steroid bloat too.
That's what I was kind of wondering, but I don't know.
That does happen.
I just don't know. Anyway, the Ops lose. Wasn't much to say. And then we get this bullshit. 8-Ball Mike Bailey versus Kyle. We get Kyle back out here. Kyle Fletcher.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. I'm so tired of wrestlers wearing jewelry in the ring. I'm so sick of it. If I was an opposing wrestler, I would go full Aqib Talib on somebody's ass and snatch a chain. If you don't know who Akeem Talib was, he was an NFL player who had a personal issue with another player who was wearing his chains against him in a game, reached out and snatched it off his neck. Not once, but twice in the season because he didn't get the message the first time.
Right.
I'd go full Akeem Talib. You don't respect me enough to remove your jewelry, I'll remove it for you. Greatest heel thing you can do.
It's like Randy Orton putting that screwdriver through Jeff Hardy's earring and twisting it around. Remember those days? It's like the big boss man pointing out somebody's nose ring. Or was that Bubba Ray Dudley who did that? The WWE ring.
I can't remember, but I agree.
Yeah, ripped it right out of the guy's nose.
I got to ask you something, pal.
Sure, pal. What do you got, pal?
Is Kyle Fletcher supposed to be the next big star in this company?
Kyle, that they would think so. Kyle Fletcher, when he cuts a promo, he sounds like the little rotten kid in school. They've got him poised to be the next big star. But I think right now, he's being punished for what happened to Adam Cole.
But why would you give him the title if you're punishing him? I don't buy this at all. Here's what I'm.
He doesn't have a title. They took the title off of him. They gave it to Briscoe.
He was made champion after the fact, is my point. You seem to think Tony Khan's going to punish people. That's not who he is. The only way you know you're being punished by Tony Khan is when he pulls you off television or he ghosts you, like he's doing Jericho now and a handful of other folks that's going on.
And
those are the folks that are being done.
Baker, all those guys,
Jay, yes,
all those girls.
That's the ones that are being done. Do you have an NDA to be booked on Dynamite? Don Callis is always all over this show. Bro, I don't know. It's starting to feel that way.
Well, look at Don Callis.
Thank you, Marco.
All I can say about Don Callis is he can cut a promo without stumbling all over his words. What he says he believes, he makes you believe it. Don Callis is gold on a microphone, despite the fact that he's a horrible human being. He's gold on a microphone.
Yes. Do you know where he was trained at initially?
The Hearts up in Canada, Calgary.
The Dungeon.
Yeah. Yep. The Dungeon. Back when he was the what was his name in
the Harasser,
WWE?
I believe.
He was the Jackal.
The Harasser.
He was the Harasser?
The Harasser.
That was in TNA. He was the Harasser.
He was the Jackal. Harasser.
He was the Jackal in WWE. He had the Truth Commission as a faction.
My point being,
yes,
you want me to believe that Kyle Fletcher is your next big star.
No, he can't be. He can't be the next big star.
But you've got him in a match with 8-Ball Mike Bailey, who is the size of my 12-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
Going the full 20 minutes and losing at the end of this thing.
That's why I said this is all punishment.
It's not punishment, or else he wouldn't even have him in the thing. I'm telling you, he doesn't work like that. He's not an alpha male. He is a beta bitch. This is how Tony Khan operates. He doesn't say anything to you because he doesn't have the stones to tell you when he's not happy. Conan! That's still the great. Oh, hey, Conan!
With Kyle Fletcher, he's reckless in the ring. He's hurt a lot of people, hurt a lot of guys, and every time he opens his mouth to cut a promo, even though he's got a manager who is better on the microphone than he is, he opens his mouth with that Australian accent and that high-pitched voice. He sounds horrendous. If he was working for Vince McMahon circa 2003, he wouldn't be allowed to open his mouth. He would be managed by somebody, and he wouldn't open his mouth.
Paul Heyman,
or have one of the girls be his valet and do the talking for him.
Again, this thing,
horrible.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Tony Khan has got this affinity for these smaller wrestlers that the average fan could give a shit about. But he just sees them as his favorite, honestly, because I think he identifies with them. I think he sees himself in these smaller guys. And that's why they get such massive pushes.
That's already been said. It's already been said. He sees himself as a smaller guys. That's why Orange Cassidy, his favorite wrestler, got all those pushes and opened the show in all those weeks. I saw somebody in the chat say that Don Callis is corny and boring. He may be corny and boring and cliche, but when you're in a promotion full of people who can hardly cut promos, who can hardly speak on camera, he stands head and shoulders above those people. That's my point. I'm not saying he's a great guy. I'm not saying he's a top-tier talent in the microphone whatsoever. But as they say, as the old cliche goes, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Okay? What movie was that from? I forgot. In the land of the blind.
Backdoor Girls Part 4.
Yes. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man, the brown-eyed. That line was the brown-eyed man is king.
My bad.
Yes. The brown-eyed man is king.
This thing, I'm sorry, Kyle Fletcher, if you want me to believe he's a star, if you want me to think he's going to be the next coming, if you want me to think he's supposed to be a badass, you can't have him losing to A-Ball Mike Bailey, the dorkiest gimmick in all of 2025.
Yes.
Bar none, and it's not even close. He's coming out literally to kickboxer-type themes.
Yes.
He's wanting to be Jean-Claude Van Damme. We've already had that with Rob Van Dam. Get this shit off. Get off my television.
To misquote Stokely Hathaway, he looks like a cross between Jean-Claude Van Damme and Billy Ray Cyrus with an autoimmune deficiency.
Right.
That's what he looks like.
I would agree with that.
Yes.
I would agree.
Kyle Fletcher needs to stop wearing pink, stop wearing the jewelry, roughing your voice up when you cut a promo. All those guys did. They never spoke in their real voice. Steve Austin's voice wasn't like this when you hear him talk in real life. Shawn Michaels used to talk like this. Shawn Michaels used to rough his voice up with promos. But he really talks like this backstage.
So this thing was done, and we get the Bucks meet with guess who?
Hello.
Yeah, he's back.
Kenny Omega. Kenny Fingers. Kenny Omega.
He's back. And they
if you could call it that. If you could call that being back. He looked like he didn't know where he was.
They say, hey, we're going to get the Don Callis family back.
Yes.
And we've got a bag full of money to pay you with. You can have it all.
Yes.
And Kenny says, if we're getting the Don Callis family, hell, I'll do it for free. And they all three just walk in the room together.
And chat.
Why are they still fighting if they got the bag of money bottles?
I don't understand it either.
This was the whole purpose. This was why they were mad, right? They didn't get the money they were promised. That's why they're mad.
I think one of the idiots in the ring throwing that big schmoz with the Don Callis family and the Dinosaur and the Young Bucks and Jack Perry, one of the idiots in the ring on the heel side forgot to grab the bag.
Nope. This was all planned.
You think it was all planned?
Yes, guaranteed this was all planned.
Was it planned for Kenny Omega to walk out of that dressing room looking like Brendan Fraser in Encino Man with that blank look on his face?
I don't know what he was doing.
I think I don't know. I think I know what he was doing, but I don't want to say it.
Well,
yes.
I don't care where this is going. It's stupid. We've gotten the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega uniting and breaking up like 5 times now.
Right.
They do it every year. They seemingly do it every year. I don't give a shit. The trash man walks to the ring to fight Samoa Joe. I put down the paper. I said, okay. There's only 8 minutes left until it goes to the 10 o'clock hour. It was 10:05. I said, I'm going to go to the live. I'm going to go to the live. I'm going to see what's going on.
The trash man looked great.
I go to live, and it's already off the air. It's already off the air. They still haven't fixed this.
Still haven't fixed it. On Xfinity, I saw the whole thing, and he submitted Eddie Kingston, and he grabbed his belt and casually walked back up the ramp, looking back and gloating. Don, Eddie Kingston looks so good. Have you ever put a stick of butter in a microwave for 10 seconds?
Yes, I have.
That's what Eddie Kingston looks like.
Lovely.
He looks horrible. Horrible.
You can't tell me.
Can you be off that long? Can you be off for a year and come back looking worse, in worse shape than you did before you took time off? Most people would have exercised.
Hold on.
Swerve came back. He's all jacked.
I've got an answer for that.
Go ahead.
Jake the Snake Roberts has entered the chat. drinking his own urine. You sit up there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your jobs. Talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. And history was made.
All that soft tissue drinking got you nowhere.
I just...
Great. I watched this and I said,
He's gonna
I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I watched Joe walk up the ramp, and I just listened to Excalibur. And on 4:30 this Saturday, 4:30 collision, 4:30 in the afternoon this Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Making sure that they everybody's well aware it's going to be on before Saturday night's main event. And I'm thinking, as Joe walks up the ramp, I listen to that man have that spastic, epileptic ramble, and I'm thinking, well, I guess this is all over with. Okay. And that was it. It's not like I can't believe I sat here and watched this garbage. I can't believe this show actually made it on the air. I can't believe a man bit another man's dick on live TV. I can't believe any of this. I just said, well, I'm so numb to this now, none of it really bothers me.
Mark K's in here again.
With a 5 spot. So the baby face that said he would quits. What are we doing here? Exactly.
What are we doing here?
That's what I want to hear. The angry outrage in the ranting room, right in front of the Yule tree. Yeah, there you go.
Let me tell you this. I am no pervert.
That's right. That's right.
This show was filled with despair and sadness and nothing really fun. And I don't even know what else to say about it. I was so...
I'll tell you exactly.
Myself, when I saw that moment, I said, why?
It seems that the people that put this show together don't give a shit about this show.
They don't.
They don't give a shit about this show. That's what it seems like to me.
They're going to put on what they find funny, what they find entertaining, and what they think is good wrestling. And at this rate, Netflix can't get here fast enough.
Hang on a minute. To be fair, the entire time Vince McMahon ran the WWE, he put on what he thought was funny, what he thought was interesting. They were performing for Vince McMahon with all the fart jokes.
A lot of times they were.
And wrestling yes.
When it fell flat, he fixed it quick, and he got out of his own way. He was trying to do all that shit with the jobs in the mid-90s, said people don't want that. They want serious action. Okay, here's Steve Austin. Here's Bret Hart. Here's serious people. We'll go from there.
The whole thing right now with AEW is there's no course correction. They won't fix it. They'll double down. They'll double down on everybody's doing their own thing.
Right.
Everybody's doing Moxley and company are doing their own thing. Don Callis is probably booking all his shit.
With 50 guys in his roster.
50 guys in his roster. Yes. It's going to be called the Don Callis Legion instead of the Don Callis family from now on. The Don Callis Army. Yes. And let's get another guy. Jack Perry.
Who?
Bring him in.
He's not coming. Thank God. Thank God he's gone. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notifications. We'll be back next week.
Until next week, Gordon Soley saying so long from the Sunshine State.